Alright, continuing on because the video feed cut out. Pliers. Just assortment. Majority of my pliers are Cornwell. I primarily dealt with Cornwell and Matco. The Snap-on guy in our area was, I mean, not to talk ill of somebody, but he acted like he didn't want to make money. He only dealt with a couple of guys at the shop, and if you tried to do dealings with him, he'd kind of give you a runaround. He was very inconsistent about showing up. You bought a tool from him. Good luck on getting him to come by to make payments. You usually had to track him down. He would be gone for months at a time and then pop up, and then by that point you're already behind. So the Cornwell guy and our Matco guy were very consistent. They were very accommodating, really good guys. Got nothing but love for them. I actually still do dealings with them on occasion, even though I'm not in business anymore. I got a lot of stuff. I got some Harbor Freight, Icon. I picked these up specifically because I was trying to adjust. I was at my old shop doing an alignment for a friend, and I was trying to adjust the tie rod, and these did a really good job of just grabbing a hold of it, because I always used to use where are they? Around here somewhere. Yeah, these guys, the adjustables. That's what I would always use, and they would just round off and slip off. But these are really good about getting a grip on that tie rod linkage and moving it. I'm actually pretty impressed with the Icon stuff. I got no problems with it. It's never done me wrong. This, I bought this off of the Matco guy for one specific recall that we had, where we had to replace the CV axle shaft. We had to rebuild CV axles in one of the cars at the dealership, and this is for staking it's for clamping the band and staking the band that holds the CV boot on. That's the whole purpose of these. That's the only reason I bought them. I got the one pair of Knipex, just because, Knipex is pretty good, but they've become very overpriced, and I don't see the point, with me not being a professional anymore, of buying overly priced things like that. Pliers, there's good pliers, there's bad pliers, and if I was still a professional mechanic, technician, whatever you want to call it these days, I probably would buy a lot more Knipex. However, I'm pretty much just a weekend warrior DIY guy now, so there's no point for me buying all that. Just gloves. Alright, socket drawer. I still have most of my sockets and stuff from the dealership. I got rid of, as you can see, I got some open spaces here. I got rid of a few things. These are the 3/8 impacts. Everything is metric, by the way. I didn't deal a lot in standard. I actually got rid of all my standard stuff. So everything I have is metric now. Like I said, 3/8 impact. It's nothing fancy. 3/8 12-point swivel sockets. This was again for those. I use these for those hub assembly recalls, and then I've got the impact version. That is Sunex. These are Sunex brand. These impact sockets right here. Really good. You can tell which one I use the most. I actually used this particular one we had a issue with turbos in one of our vehicles, and you had to get the oil feed line off, you had to have a swivel socket, 10 mil, and that's what I use that for, just to get the oil, break loose the banjo bolt for the oil feed line, so that I could replace the turbo. And I think these, unless I miss my guess, I believe these are the Gear Wrench brand. I'm not going to pull it out right now. I bought these. Hold on. These are Cobalt. They are spline drive. Bought these specifically for drive shaft bolts. Hold on, guys. It's getting a little crazy in here. All right, there we go. The old Harbor Freight 10 mil set. OEM tools. This is for getting rounded fasteners. If you can, I'm gonna try to get it to focus in there. Probably can't see it. There are teeth in there for biting into rounded fasteners. It's not as aggressive as, say, an extractor set. It's just kind of get a little extra bite on one that's maybe not completely rounded out, just a little on the smooth side. This is a Cobalt bit set. Very useful for taking apart dash components. I have a gear wrench one on the other side. I'll show you in just a second. Oil filter, housing, sockets. I mean, they are what they are. I think this is a Maddox brand from Harbor Freight. Can't remember. Yeah. Sockets are gear wrench. Got them off with a Matco guy. Very pleased with these. I love these. Again, I'm a gear wrench guy. These are Matco impact sockets. You see I'm missing a couple. I had to help my father out with something yesterday, and I just haven't put those back yet. So there's a couple of things missing. And then just a random assortment of things that I needed for, like I would buy these for a particular job that I was working on. Like these are Cobalt. Yeah, these are the Cobalt sockets. I bought those for a specific purpose, and that was pretty much all they were used for. So I don't even know what brand this is. Power Torque. This is just for those European. I bought this specifically for when I was doing oil changes on the European vehicles, and they'd have those hex drive drain plugs for some reason. That's all those are for. This is the gear wrench bit set I was just talking about. Very nice. I love this thing. I actually bought the Cobalt one first and then found this and decided to get this. So mountain double boxing ratcheting wrench. I bought that specifically from my Cornwell guy for the belt tensioners on the vehicles we were going. Just by the way, I used to work at Kia. That was the dealership I worked at. So, you know, it was a pretty good place to work. Just flat rate, you know. Gear wrench, spark plug, socket, an extension, wobble. Nothing fancy. Cobalt 3/8 torque wrench. Again, nothing fancy. It did what I needed to do. It's not a bad tool. It's not top of the line. It's not bottom of the barrel. I actually checked the calibration when I bought it, and actually pretty close to spec. So this is the 1/2-inch torque wrench. This is Cobalt or Cornwell. So the great thing about this, I used to have a digital one, and it was garbage. And my Cornwell guy actually got pretty upset when I tried to get it warrantied out. Cornwell kept giving him the runaround, and then thus giving me the runaround. So instead, he just completely warrantied it out rather than try to repair it. And I went with this one. I like this one because you can reverse the drive on it, as opposed to a lot of torque wrenches. it's just one path, one fixed path. This one, for vehicles that are rare as they are, a lot of industrial vehicles and semis and things, they have reverse threads. So this can take care of those reverse threads. So I'm doing this one-handed, guys, I'm sorry. All right, and then, you know what this is. It's for oil filters. Anybody who's ever done an oil change with an over-torqued oil filter knows what that is. This is just gun cleaning kit for when I work on my guns out here. Icon screwdrivers, you see I'm missing a couple. These are all right. I bought them to check them out back when they were still like 30 bucks. They're okay. They try to model after the snap-on screwdrivers, which, okay, but I didn't really like the feel of the snap-on screwdrivers anyway. They're nice, they do the job. I mean, they don't feel good in my hands, so I don't use them that much. I'm a Milwaukee guy. This is pretty much what I have left after I got rid of a lot of my specialty stuff. This is what I use on a regular here at the house, just doing projects at the house. So, got the M18 impact driver, M18 drill, the M12 Sawzall multi-tool M12, the drill, M12 drill, M12 3/8 impact driver, 3/8 ratchet, and 3/8 skill saw. Just understand, guys, I don't have a lot of the updated Milwaukee stuff, just because when I left the dealership, they were still rocking Gen 1. Understand that I've been out of the dealership and the automotive industry for close to 8 years now. So tools have made a huge leap in the time that I've left, but I still rock a lot of my Gen 1 stuff because it still works. It's still rocking. There's no reason for me to go buy new stuff. Not to say I wouldn't want the new stuff, it looks awesome, but I can't justify the cost at this point. So this is just random stuff. No reason to go through all the, caulk gun, random bits of caulk, things like that. Chemicals, just chemicals, that's all it is. And then tape. So, wrenches. These the Icon, I guess it's their version of a flank drive. They're actually really good. They're really strong. I like them. Again, Icon. These are the stubbies. All my wrenches are Icon, mainly because I could not justify paying $500-600 for one wrench set when a lot of times I could, the tool was going to be basically, used a lot of sockets. I didn't use wrenches as much, and I couldn't justify the cost. These are actually really nice. These are the Icon flex head ratcheting. They're really nice. Got a really good feel to them. But yeah, Husky thin wrenches. I use these for slider pins in brakes. Those little hard to reach little areas, those fasteners. They're and we have the adjustable wrench. That's what it is. Offset wrenches. These are really good for getting underneath components, a lot of those add-on components, like in an engine bay or something like that, or the recessed bolts that you don't have the room to get a socket to, but you can kind of snake this underneath and get to it. Really good for that. Again, Milwaukee. I really like their Shockwave bits. They've been really good. Batteries. You notice some Craftsman here. All my yard tools are Craftsman. Mainly because they're cheap and they work. That's pretty much what it is. I don't have any type of loyalty towards Craftsman. They work and they're cheap. Everything else power related is Milwaukee. Let's see. Picks and scrapers. Husky picks and scrapers, Cornwell mini picks, and then pin poppers, Harbor Freight Special. Empty drawer. Hammers. I don't have that many hammers. Hammers in the automotive industry are used primarily to just break something loose, a component that's rusted on or stuck on. So, you know, I have my ball peen dead blow, Cornwell, the no-name 2-pound sledge, the no-name 4-pound sledge, and the DeWalt. They call it a blacksmith's hammer. You know, the beat-a-pons, if you will. Electrical drawer. I didn't do a lot of electrical stuff at the dealership, so I didn't see the need in getting super expensive diagnostic stuff. So got a Cobalt voltmeter kit, and that was pretty much all I needed. All right, air tools. Again, Cobalt. This stuff is super old. Back when, you know, Cobalt was still the primary Lowe's brand. It was actually really good stuff. You know, so it still works, surprisingly. Cornwell angled grinder. Chicago pneumatic, or Central pneumatic, excuse me. Central pneumatic air drill and cutoff wheel. Cobalt air ratchet, loud as all hell. And then we have a Blue Point tire inflator, the only thing close to Snap-on that I purchased. Here, whoa, radiator funnel and jumper cables. That's it. And then some overflow, a work light, some Armor All, some wrench organizers that I gave a try. I didn't really care for them, so I had a hard. There's not a lot of wrench organizers that I like. They just don't work the way I prefer them to. I'm still looking for that. Lights, the Braun. Everybody knows what this one is. That thing is awesome. And then I got the Icon version, which is also very good. And then the underhood light, which I used recently to help a friend out replace a starter. So, fan, you know, nothing fancy. Craftsman, empty drawer, punches and chisels. I mean, I didn't use these a ton, but you know, these are Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Pro. They did the job. They got it done. I had no complaints. Empty drawer. Empty drawer. Just a serpentine belt kit and a grabber. Just a surface. Anybody that knows the Milwaukee toolboxes knows the computer drawer, as they call it. Lights, level, T-square, digital thermometer, and drill bits, and my tape measures. nothing fancy. Oh, and you know, the this is a caliper. Just kind of the uh-oh drawer. Haven't mentioned. These are the tools that you hope you never need, but you're glad to have them when you do need them. So, Icon extractor kit. This is a locking lug nut removal set, because anybody that's ever dealt with a customer coming in with a locking lug nuts and they don't have the lug nut key understands why that's a necessary thing. And then the Amazon special bolt extractor set. You know, I'm not paying $200 for an Irwin set. Scissors, lady slippers. Okay, so this is kind of like the driver drawer, or the hex drawer, Torx drawer. We got the Icon ball hex. Let me grab a bigger one so you can kind of see what's. Don't use them a lot. When I do use them, I'm glad I got them. Really good for getting those hard to reach areas. I got my Cornwell Master hex and eTorx kit. It's missing the 5. I made the mistake of lending it out to a friend, and it came back one short. So yeah, appreciate that. Pretty good kit, not completely all-encompassing, but I got it for like $100 on sale from my Cornwell guy. I can't complain. Really got into this Capri stuff here recently. Good price tools for decent price. This is a triple square set that I bought because I have a friend with a European vehicle, and he's trying to bring it back to life. So I'm trying to help him out there. And then this is 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch universal sockets. Just saw them, I liked them, I wanted them, I got them. They were cheap, and they looked like they were really good tools. So there you go. I have no other explanation other than that. I wanted them, I bought them. This is kind of just like fasteners, butt connectors, heat shrink, extra overflow extensions, random assortment of bolts, my rivet gun, insulated tape, or insulation tape is for sound deadening. We use that a lot at the dealership because there was a integral flaw in the dash boards of a lot of the vehicles where it didn't fit completely flush, so there would be some rattling and squeaking at high speeds. So we would use this to kind of fill in those gaps and eliminate the noise. So way to go, Kia. More fasteners, just weed eater, string trimmer, chainsaw blade, whetstone and knife sharpener, screws and nails. And then last drawer here is just kits that I bought over time. This is, and like I said, I like don't hate on Harbor Freight. I bought a lot of Harbor Freight stuff because it works. This is a kit I bought for doing aftermarket wheels, taking them off so as not to scuff them. I actually used to have the Mac Tools version of this I paid back 15 years ago, it was $350, and this I paid, I think, $60. It's the exact same thing. I mean, it's just a thin wall socket set that has this sleeve over it so that you don't damage aftermarket ribs, because they're expensive. This is a no-name O2 sensor socket set that I can't even remember where I picked it up from. But it's got every socket, this O2 socket you may need. Again, one of those tools that you don't always need, you very rarely need it, but you're glad you got it when you need it. Harbor Freight axle nut socket set. So another recall we had with Kias is on the Kia Souls, the axle nut in the front was defective. So one of our recalls is we had to replace the axle nuts with a new axle nut because the metal was inferior on the factory one, and the staking would back off and it would undo. So any Kia Soul that came in for that particular year, I think it was like 2016 through 2018, we would have to automatically, immediately replace those axle nuts as soon as they came off the truck. So that's the whole reason I bought that. So the old school Harbor Freight brake piston caliper kit. And then last thing is snap ring pliers for when you have to do transmission work or, you know, wheel bearings or something like that. Very useful. So, like I said, guys, nothing fancy. A lot of the stuff I got rid of just because I don't need it anymore. A lot of stuff I kept a hold of, you know. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more about me doing tool reviews and things like that, let me know in the comments. And, you know, this is just a startup thing that I'm doing on the side, just for something to do. But, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.